England, are you not? We are filming you, and this is going to the British government. When you arrive in England, the British government will know who you are. You are not welcome in Britain. Each and every one of you, we have your faces. You work with the traffickers. The NGOs work with the traffickers. I have a question. Where are the women and children? Where are the women and children? In Britain, we are told you're refugees. You do not look like you're refugees. You look like you're economic migrants arriving in Britain at the hands of traffickers and at the hands of communist helpers. You're not coming over. You're not coming over. And now I'm hearing English. Now I'm hearing English. Where are you from? You go home. You're not welcome in Britain. You are planning to come to Britain illegally. They are planning to come to Britain illegally. If they were coming legally, let's see some passports.
You go!
Shut up!
You go!
Let's see some passports. Let's see some documents. Let's see some passports. Let's see some documents.
I'm not the police.
What do you reckon? I'm a British citizen standing up for my country. The French government are absolute criminals. The British government, criminals. You are all coming here illegally. You speak English? Look, he wants to speak to me. She won't let him. Why can't we speak? Why can't we speak? You see? Let's speak. He wants to fight with me. He wants to fight with me. He wants to fight with me. She just said that.
Who are you?
Talk to me. Where did you come from?
Who are you? You president. Who are you? I know you.
Where did you come from?
President. You president.
We don't have a president. Someone tell me where you came from. No one. Where? Where? Where did you come from? They won't talk to me. They won't tell me where they've come from. They're protected by women and NGOs. If they're fleeing war, why are they fleeing their wives? Why are they fleeing their families? It's lies. It's lies. France is a safe country. France is a safe country. They don't want to stay in France. They don't want to stay in France. They don't want to stay in France. Yeah, they want to come to Britain. You're all headed towards Britain illegally. Yeah? That's what I say, mate. That's what I say. Who do you think you're speaking to? Who do you think you're speaking to? You're not coming to Britain. We've got your face. You're not coming to Britain. Yeah? All your faces, shut up. All your faces are on film. It's going to the British government. Yeah? Straight to the British government. This is going to end. All this is going to end. No one wants to speak. They can't speak English. Protected by these communists. Shut up. This has got to end, guys. They had every opportunity to speak to me and to convince me that they are legal refugees. You are communists, look at this.
Tensions flared along the French coast this week as British activist Nick Tenconi confronted a group of undocumented migrants gathered near the infamous Calais camps, reigniting the bitter debate over Britain's border control and asylum policy. In a video now circulating widely on social media, Tenconi approached several men, reportedly of Middle Eastern or African descent, accusing them of misrepresenting their status and warning, "You're not refugees. Where are the women and children?" The remark, delivered with a direct and confrontational tone, encapsulates the frustration voiced by segments of the British public over what they see as an overwhelmed and mismanaged immigration system. Tenconi, affiliated with hardline anti-illegal migration movements in the UK, has positioned himself as a vocal critic of what he calls the open-door chaos, enabled by political inaction in Westminster. His message in Calais was clear. Britain is not open for illegal crossings. This isn't about compassion anymore, Tenconi told supporters after the encounter. It's about sovereignty, law, and the right of the British people to decide who enters their country. If you're fleeing war, where are your wives, your mothers, your kids? This looks like an invasion by young men. The video, though cheered in some corners of the British right, has been widely condemned by human rights organisations and refugee advocates. This kind of rhetoric is not just dangerous, it's misleading, said Sophie Beaumont, a representative from Refugee Rights Europe. Many of the men in Calais are travelling alone because they're fleeing conscription, persecution or poverty. The idea that someone without a child in tow isn't a real refugee is a falsehood. But Tenconi's supporters argue the issue isn't about individual stories. It's about systemic collapse. They point to the skyrocketing number of small boat crossings across the English Channel. According to UK Home Office data, more than 45,000 individuals made the dangerous crossing in 2024 alone, often at the hands of human traffickers. Despite government pledges to stop the boats, critics say the deterrents aren't working. That perception has given rise to a new kind of activism. Citizen-led border patrols, protests at hotels housing asylum seekers, and now confrontations on the very shores where migrants prepare their crossings. Tenconi's presence in Calais marks a symbolic shift from online outrage to real-world intervention. In a now-deleted tweet, Tenconi called for volunteers to help block the pipeline at its source. It's unclear what exactly that entails, but human rights groups have already raised alarms. If this turns into vigilante-style harassment, then we are dealing with a major escalation that could lead to violence, said Pierre Lambert, a French journalist who has covered the Calais migrant situation for over a decade. Meanwhile, the British government has remained largely silent on the video, with no official comment from the Home Office. Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, who has made border control a central theme of his policy agenda, is under renewed pressure to both condemn extremist actions and deliver results. The Rwanda deportation plan, a cornerstone of conservative anti-migrant strategy, remains mired in legal challenges. For many in Britain, the issue is deeply personal. In towns where hotels have been converted into migrant shelters, residents complain about lack of consultation, transparency, and strain on public services. For others, it's a moral question. How does a post-Brexit Britain reconcile its humanitarian obligations with demands for control? Tenconi's words may be controversial, but they speak to an uncomfortable truth. Britain is divided not just on how to handle illegal migration, but on how to define who deserves help. The confrontation in Calais may not have changed anyone's mind, but it has made one thing certain. The fight over borders is far from over. Thanks for watching. If you found this content important, make sure to like, comment below, and subscribe for more real talk and uncensored updates. Join the conversation and stay ahead of the headlines. Connect with us on Telegram for exclusive content and breaking news you won't see anywhere else.